Hey guys, welcome to Guitar Dojo. Today's video, I'm going to show you everything you need to learn and master your chords on the guitar. I'll make the tabs and sheets available so that you can download them and follow along. These are the tab sheets I made for everybody. On every one of my tab sheets, I have the notes on the guitar. One thing you want to keep in mind, this is the top of your guitar, and this is the bottom. The reason that tablature is written like this is because when you read music notation, the low notes are on the bottom and the high notes are on the top. But on the guitar, it's just the opposite. The low notes are on the top and the high notes are on the bottom. So in order to match music, tablature is written in the same way. Tablature is just a map for your guitar. It tells you what string you're going to play and what finger you're going to use, if any. In the open position, you don't use any fingers, so it is represented by a 0. On the guitar, you can play 6 strings at the same time, or you can play individual notes. You can play 2 notes, 3 notes at a time, 4, up to 6. When you see all your strings played open on tablature, that looks like this. See the way all those notes are stacked? That means they're all played at the same time. If they were played individually, it would look like this. And when you hear it, it would sound like. So we have all our strings at once. Same thing when you play chords. They're going to be stacked. And then you have individual notes, which is this one right there. So now you understand kind of how tablature works. We'll get into it a little bit more. First thing we're going to do is memorize our open strings. Yes, E, A, D, G, B, E, E, A, D, G, B, E. There's a couple of different ways that you can do it. E, B, G, D, A, E. The way I learned it was Easter bunnies get dizzy at Easter. You can do Eddie ate dynamite, goodbye Eddie. So same thing. You're just thinking of how many different ways can I learn how to memorize my notes. We have our open strings. With anything on the guitar, you can play up to 6 notes at the same time. You can play them individually. Memorize your note names. Just memorize them. E, A, D, G, B, E, E, B, G, D, A, E. Backwards and forwards. Know them by heart. So we're going to go ahead and number these. So this is your first step, knowing how to read tablature a little bit for the basics part of open notes. The second, memorize your open strings. Step 3 is let's memorize the notes on our 6th string. Show you the easy way to do it. Play your 6th string open. The first note on the string, it happens to be on the 1st fret. This is what you have to memorize. Then it's dot, 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 or you could think of it like odd numbers. Start with open and then you go 1, 3, 5, 7. Open, 1st fret, 3rd fret, 5th fret, 7th fret. Open, 1st, dot, dot, dot. The next notes are 8, 10, and then the double dot. 8, 10, double dot. So we have open, 1st, dot, 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 8, 10, double dot is 12. Now you only have to know the notes on the first half of the guitar because this is where the guitar starts over. Everything here is the same as it is up here. This dot is the high G. So you have G, high G, A, high A. So if you know these notes, you got those down. So again, we got open, 1st, 3rd, 5th, 7th, 8, 10, 12. Open, 1st, dot, 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 space, space, double dot. Now let's see what that looks like. We have open, 1st, 3rd, 5th, 7th, 8th, 10th, and 12. That way you can use your dots to visualize what's going on your fretboard. Open, 1st, dot, 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 8, 10, 12. That's just the visual part. These have note names. So we start on E. It's just going to go in alphabetical order from E. The musical alphabet is from A to G, then it starts over A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D. It just keeps on going. That's it. Hopefully that's pretty easy too. Or maybe I should write that down. I don't know. But I feel like you guys are pretty smart, so you'll be able to get this. So looking at this, open, first, third, fifth, seventh, eighth, 10th, 12th. Like I was saying, these have note names. This is what you're going to memorize. E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E. You're going to have this sheet to look at. Memorize this. Open strings, notes on your sixth string. If you think that was pretty easy, the only difference between the sixth string and the fifth string is that you got to start on the second fret. And it's the same thing. Open, second fret, dot, 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 8, 10, 12. Open, second, dot, 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 8, 10, 12. Now that you know your strings open, you know that your fifth string is your A string, so it starts on A and just goes in alphabetical order from there. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. Every time you get to the 12th fret, it starts over again, right? This way you get used to the way I write tabs and how my sheets look. All right, here we go. So that's the first part. Why is this important? What we just learned was the notes on the sixth and the fifth string. If you look at this, anywhere that you see an E, the very next fret is an F. Anytime you see a B, the very next fret is a C, no matter where you go on the guitar. I'll show you the fretboard here in a second. But congratulations, now that you have these two strings memorized, you also have half of your guitar memorized, because your first string is the same as your sixth string. E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E. You have half of your guitar memorized. Oh, now you just have 3 strings to go. You're welcome. This is the part that we're going to use though today. So I'm going to show you the rest of this fretboard so that way you can see that anytime you have an E and an F and a B and C, they're right next to each other.